Greetings, this is Dr. William Hobbs,
I'm Professor Smith.
and we're here to talk about the Writing Center's policies. First off, we need to let you know that the Writing Center is located on the second floor of the Johnston Library.
Johnson Memorial Library.
What she said, too. We're open Mondays through Fridays from 9 to 4, and on occasion we do have students that stay after hours as well.
Yes.
Okay. We service faculty, students, grad students, and staff as well with any of their writing needs.
Yes.
And with that, we will go into the policies.
All right, let's start with one.
Okay. Tell me about students and them showing up on time or lateness. So what is that all about? What is the policy for that?
First, let's start with students and how they can book appointments. So students can book appointments through EAB Navigate. It's an app that you can download on your phone, or they can go to the VSU website and they can go to Navigate and type it in the search bar and do it that way. But when they do book their appointment, they will get a reminder about what day their appointment is and what time it is. So once you know what time your appointment is, you are expected to come at that time for your appointment.
The exact time.
The exact time. Now, if you are running late, you get a 10-minute grace period. However, if you know you're going to be a little bit later than that, you can call, you can email us, and you can say, hey, I'm on my way, I just left class, or I'm going to be about 15 minutes late. And I'll just say, okay, I'll still assist you. I'll be waiting for you when you come.
Oh, so you're saying they should be thoughtful and professional.
Yes.
Oh.
But I do understand that sometimes things happen. Sometimes you're trying to find parking. Sometimes you're coming all the way from Moore, or you don't live on campus.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, so keep that in mind.
Yes.
Let's discuss what students should know about their assignments when they come for their appointment.
So when you book your appointment with us, you should know the name of your assignment, what the professor is asking you to do, or what the assignment is calling for you to do.
All right.
And then you should also know the due date. So you should kind of have an idea of what you want to talk about or what you want to write about in your essay.
Okay. Well, along those lines, don't you think it's a good idea that they have a working draft already?
They can have a draft, but this is the thing. Sometimes students just don't know how to start the paper. Sometimes they're not sure how to start the drafting process. So as long as you can tell me what your assignment is, we can start talking about how you can draft your paper, whether that's coming with the outline or just coming with nothing. But as long as you know what you're supposed to be doing and the assignment instructions and have an idea of what you want to talk about.
Okay, so without a doubt, you have to know what the assignment is about.
For sure.
First and foremost.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So tell us about students who think they're going to schedule multiple appointments on the same day.
So this is the thing. When I first started, I was meeting with students, but I would meet with them again and again in the same day. And now I have one sitting right here and then the next one right here. And I'm trying to help two students at the same time with two papers. The sessions are an hour long. So you get an hour. If you do want a virtual appointment, because we do virtual, you can have about 30 minutes or 15 minutes.
Okay.
So let's say you booked an hour appointment. So within that hour, we're going over everything. We might be starting off with your drafting process, or let's say you already came with a draft. We're working through everything that you have on the draft thus far. However, students can only book one appointment a day. That doesn't mean you can't come back to us. You can come back to us. You can schedule a follow-up appointment
The next day.
with your paper and what you have the next day or in the next 2 days. So it's not just one appointment that week, but it's one appointment that day and then a follow-up appointment.
Okay. Out of curiosity, what if they keep coming back for the same assignment?
Okay, so this is the thing.
This is a new one.
This
Check
is
this out.
the new one. I'm okay with 2 appointments for that assignment. I feel like we should get a lot done within those 2 hours. Now, I do say if you still need another appointment, you can meet with a peer tutor. But meeting multiple times for the same essay, it worries me a bit because now it's kind of like your paper isn't getting done unless you're sitting with us.
Okay.
Personally, as a professor and as a professional writing tutor, I would like to see you do some work on your own when you're not with me. So I'm here to provide the suggestions and walk you through the process, but I need to know that you're able to do the work on your own.
I would say, in addition to that, if you have an appointment with me and I see you again the very next day and nothing has developed since the last time we talked, I would take umbrage with that.
Yes.
Umbrage means I wouldn't like that. So don't do that. All right. What about students who feel that our job is to just edit their papers?
So we don't do the editing. We are not editors. We'll provide you with suggestions on some things that you need to fix, but all students are expected to revise and edit their own papers. You're expected to edit your own work. And I realize a lot of the times they do not read what they have written until after they come to see us. So what you want to do, or what I tell my students they should do, is you should be reading your essay in order to edit it multiple times. So you should read it before you come to see us and try to catch your grammatical errors. You should read it after you come and see us, even if we're reading, because you might catch something that we didn't catch.
Right.
Instead of us trying to catch everything that you didn't catch the first time. And then before final submission or publication, you should still try to read it again before you submit the final draft. That way, your professor isn't catching all of your grammatical mistakes then.
Right. The more eyes on the assignment, the better.
Yes.
A lot of students don't recognize that revision is a natural part of the writing process. It's not about you being a great writer. It's about you being a highly competent rewriter. See what I'm saying? This idea of somebody just writing something first time and never looking at it again, that's totally irrational. It's totally unreasonable. Don't put that kind of pressure on yourself. Okay.
I feel like sometimes it might be the anxiety of reading something that you've written for the first time.
True.
Like most of our students in composition, like it might be nerve-wracking. They're not that good at writing, but they can be taught how to write. You don't have to be a perfect writer when you first come into Comp 1 or Comp 2, but it's a learning process. So I feel like most of the time, it's the anxiety of, I got to read my own paper. Well, I don't want you to read it either, but I know I need assistance. So
absolutely,
I'm coming here to see you so you can read it.
Okay, let me add just a little bit more to that. A lot of people will say, well, I've read it. And what they've done is they've sped through the lines so quickly that they still miss a lot of things that they should have caught. I tell them that they should read it aloud, because what happens is your mind can go a lot faster than your mouth.
Yes.
So if you're reading it aloud, it slows your eyes down. It slows your mind down. So you can truly see the syntax or how the spelling is looking, the grammar, the punctuation, all of that. Very important.
And sometimes when we're reading it, sometimes I might not know what they mean. So I'll read it out loud and I'll say, okay, how does that sound to you? Or did you see what I did there? Or let's say we're doing the punctuation. I'll read the period or I'll read a sentence that's not completed so they can see how it sounds when somebody else reads it to them.
Absolutely. Okay. We got to talk about this. People who come and expect us to assist them with finals, take-home exams, or legal documents. Speak on it.
I have not received any legal documents. However, we do not assist with take-home exams. And what's the other one on there?
Legal documents, finals, take-home exams.
We do not do finals, take-home exams. We do not. I'm sorry. That is something that we cannot do. That would be cheating.
That
would be cheating.
Yeah.
So we cannot do that.
Yeah, cheating like copy and pasting, AI, saying it's your writing.
Plagiarism.
Yes. All right. So what about if you have an appointment and the student is like, well, looks like we're going to go over 15, 30 minutes. What's the big deal? Your thoughts?
So you don't want to take away from the next student
That's right.
and their time that they have with us, because then their appointment will be pushed back. So appointments will keep running to each other. If you do need more time, I always tell students to schedule something for a follow-up. But at that moment, if it's just something that you need like 15 more minutes or 20 minutes, I advise them to meet with a peer tutor. We do have peer tutors in our writing center that help students as well. So if they're free, and normally it's a lot of them, if they're free, I'll say, hey, can you take this student and help them? They need some assistance. This is what we worked on. That way they know what to expect or what to look for and help you with once you are with them.
That's right. We have 3 professional tutors,
Yes.
myself, Professor Tidra Smith, and Professor Chris Moore.
Yes.
Okay. Now, tell me your thoughts on the student coming in, their lip is all poked out, somebody help me, and this is what I got for my grade. It's your fault that I got this grade. What are your thoughts on that?
Okay, so even if you come meet with us, we cannot guarantee that you will get a passing grade. So I always tell students that I wish them good luck. This is what we worked on. Come back and let me know what you got.
Right.
But it's kind of like a team effort.
That's right.
We can't be held responsible for your grade, but we can try to help you moving forward with the next assignment that you have. And sometimes it's all about what your professor is looking for.
True. Very true. And that goes into some of the disclaimers that I have regarding the Writing Center. One, that we are not responsible for the grade you get. And a lot of that has to do with students who come in and they expect to have a better grade simply off of what you do with the paper, right? We give them ideas on how you can improve this transition, how you can improve the grammar, but you don't do it. And you turn the paper in as is, and you're shocked as to why you still got a bad grade. We also are keeping an eye out for argumentative students, overly argumentative students. If you are that correct on what you're talking about, maybe you don't need to be in there having an appointment with us, right? We also look out for students that schedule appointments only for the sole purpose of getting the documentation of having come to the Writing Center for their professors. Meaning, if a professor is saying it is mandatory for this particular writing assignment that you go to the Writing Center, somebody comes in there and we're giving them all of the suggestions we can see for them to improve their paper. And they're, yeah. They don't write down anything we say. Can I get that slip, please? We sign the slip and we give it to them. If we notice a pattern there, with that, we will take issue with you and deal with you accordingly.
I do give pushback. Now, sometimes the students who come for the papers, they don't have an appointment, but we take walk-ins, which is also why it's important that appointments don't run over as well, because we want to have time for walk-ins too. I will give pushback against you wanting just the paper, just the slip, because you know that you have to come with us to review your essay.
Absolutely.
But sometimes they just, I don't know. Sometimes
don't worry,
they just want the slip.
I know.
They don't want to meet with us.
She doesn't know, but I know. I tell you what it is. A lot of students aren't interested in being better writers. They just want a better paper, as in handing it to us, and us, we're fixing it for you. We're here to build better writers so that you won't need us as much in the future.
Okay. I agree.
All right. And on that note, this is Dr. William Hobbs, Director of the Writing Center, saying, see you.
Until next time.
Wow. Is that the change?